Since in-person shadowing is very difficult, if not impossible at the moment, you feel that virtual shadowing is as good a substitute as you're going to get at this point? I mean, you feel it's an acceptable form of clinical exposure?
Yeah, I've always worked with students who couldn't access clinical exposure because
Okay,
I work with a lot of free med, first gen students,
sure.
undocumented students. So sometimes those students don't have the time.
Right.
For a while, when some hospitals require Social Security card, different types of onboarding processes for volunteers, and so I had undocumented students that weren't able, to get clinical exposure in that way. And hospital shadowing has become much more restrictive because of risk management. So when I first started in med ed 20 years ago, we just call up our docs and say, oh yeah, can we send some high school students your way for the day? And it was fine. Now they have to get all the immunizations and all the titers and do the same kind of medical clearances that our medical students have to do. And there's expense to that and a lot of red tape and delay for that. So it's not as simple as it
Right.
once was anyway. So I want to focus on the learning that shadowing is supposed to get. And you can get exposure to health professions, medicine, in these other means that, and some people get it through taking care of someone in their own family,
Oh,
growing
yeah.
up with a person with a chronic illness or a sibling that has a disability. I mean, again, what kinds of insights have you gained from those experiences? I think it's helpful to be able to shadow and sort of get in there, but plenty of people have gotten into medical school not doing that. And it's, can they answer the questions, around what a day in the life of a doctor is like, or what are the current challenges facing physicians, or why is physician wellness such a thing these days? I mean, do you have insight into a profession that you're essentially asking to join? So I would really defer to the purpose of those activities rather than being there in person